Yo, what's going on YouTube? Thank you very much for all the feedback on the last video. We've applied that to this edit and we'll continue to do so in the future. Because we value your time, down below there's timestamps for all of these keys if you know any of them. And let's get into it. Not wasting any time, at level 1 we've got saving the mold for mechanic. Now this requires a science key. If you head into the Terror Group building on ground 0 down to the back room past the cat statue, just into the left here you'll find a dead scientist that's crushed by the stairs. Now this is a 100% spawn chance, this key, so if you get here before anyone else you will find this key. Now I'm not going to be doing this for every quest, but being the very first quest of the game on ground 0, you do head up the staircase here and you'll find office 4, which you will be able to unlock that room and head on in and find your quest item for mechanic just on the wooden table here in the middle of the room. At level 2 we have background check for Prapor, which is located in room 205 of the 3-story dorm. Jump up on the bed and underneath the door frame and you'll find it in the brown jacket. Now this is a 100% spawn chance, so you get here first and it's yours. At level 5 we've got delivery from the past for Prapor. Now this key can only be found in pockets or jackets, but you can also barter it from level 1 therapist here for 2 green teas, 4 crackers and 2 squashes, so keep your eye out for that as you go around. Next up we have Operation Aquarius at level 6 for therapists. This can only be acquired in jackets, pockets or filing cabinets, but you can barter at level 1 therapists for 7 piles of meds, so it's well worth doing. Also at level 6 for bad rap evidence for Prapor. Similar to 206 key, this can only be acquired jacket, pockets or filing cabinets, or a barter from therapists for a Vita juice and a milk. The unknown key for level 7 extortionist is going to be found at the Ruaf gate. Now it's going to be in the bush here on the dead scab. Now dead scabs are worth checking out all the time because you can find a lot of really good things on them, like Tetrises, and also I found a LEDX on the one inside of Crackdown the other day. At level 8 we've got golden swag. Now you need to find the dorm room 303 key, which you can either find in jackets or pockets or barter it from the therapist level 1 for 7 T-plugs and 3 blue tape. Whereas the Trailerpark cabin key is given to you by Scare as part of the intelligence package for the quest. Now at level 10 for therapists we have the pharmacist quest, which requires the dorm 114 key. You can find that in the blue jacket at the back of this car at military checkpoint. It has a higher chance to spawn in this jacket than others, but it's not a 100% chance for sure. Over the fence near boiler we're going to be looking at level 10 chemical part 1, and we're going to be looking for the 220 dorm room key here. Now you need this one to hand in to him. You also get given this back to you after you finish this quest. It can be found just here under the blue jacket. For chemical part 2 for Scare, what we're going to be doing is looking for your quest items on the left hand side on the shelf, as well as in the laptop there's going to be a USB. What you want to check out for is a ZB14 key spawn on this table right here. The operating room key is the only one on this list that you have to find in either jackets, pockets or filing cabinets. At level 15 we've got shaking up the teller for Prapor. Now this requires a 203 dorm room key, which you can only find in either the 214 key or in jackets, pockets or filing cabinets. I'm going to show you a quick loot run through here in red storage, because a lot of people don't realize a lot of this is here. There's a tech spawn here on the right hand side shelf in mid lane, and as you head further down there's a armor repair kit spawn just here on the table. In on the left here we have the 214 key spawn that we talked about. It's just going to be in here on the pallets at the back. Once you've had a check here, what we want to do is head further down the mid lane. The shed on the left here has 2 weapons boxes as well as your jacket. And then as we head into the lane closest to Big Red, on the left hand side here we have a tech spawn on the right shelf, as well as a dead scav. And as we head down in the right hand side here we have a duffel as well as some loose loot on the mattress. Now this blue car is a giving car. It's similar to the giving tree at Old Gas. You can have a lot of different things in here and you always want to check because you can get really good ammo. In the shed finally we have 2 more weapons boxes and a jacket. Now as a little bonus I'm going to show you this jump that you can do on top of the blue car. Gives you a really good angle into storage. As well as around the back here, if you hop up on this garbage bin, scroll your walk speed all the way down to perform a smaller jump, you can jump up on the lip, scroll it back up and all of a sudden you're on top. Now that we've got 214 key from the spawn or jackets or pockets, we can head on in and try to find the 203 key. It can be located in the red mug here just on the left hand side. You also have a safe that you can loot as well, so don't miss that. Now this is a list of tasks that you can technically reach before level 15, but very unlikely that you will. You will need to complete Spa Tour Part 7 to even unlock Wet Job and Cargo Exp. But if you are able to complete Spa Tour Part 7, it unlocks the RBST key, which you need for revision and surplus goods. For Spa Tour Part 4 at level 12 for Peacekeeper, you're going to need either the 219 key or the 220 key. Now you can locate the West 219 key out here at the lighthouse on the broken box, or at the villa at cottages here in the key rack at the back you can find Resort West Room 220. Now swinging out the Scav Islands for Wet Job Part 5, you can find your East Wing 328 key out here next to the motor. Inside on the second floor of the East Wing, inside the cupboard here, you can find East Wing 226 and also down below the Universal Utility Room key. Heading back over to Customs now for Cargo X Part 1. Not a lot of people realize that in the Tarcone Director's office here, in on the desk, is actually where you find the East Wing 306 key. It can be located just here in front of the laptop. Another couple of spots people miss is underneath there is a tech spawn, and in the bin here on the left hand side there's actually Intel folder spawn in there, as well as a jacket, a tech spawn on the left hand shelf here, and obviously the safe. And finally back at Woods here next to the Toyota Ute in the first cabin, you can find the East Wing 308 key for Resort just here on the table between the two beds. Now for you guys that stuck around until the end, we're going to give you a few bonus ones. The first one's going to be the Lab Arsenal Storage Room key, which can be found here on Customs on the chair in the medical shack, as well as in New Gas here on the left hand side on the bench. Another good spawn to check out is the 310 key, located near the trailer park cabin here. If you go inside the bus on the third seat along on the right hand side, you can find the 310 key, which not only spawns here on the bus, but it also spawns here at Crossroads exit inside this van on the driver's seat as well. So you want to check this out on your way out if you've got Crossroads exits. Next up we have the Emercom medical key, which spawns at New Gas in the back of the ambulance here, just at the seat at the front. So you want to check that out every time you go past New Gas. At the first story, the 3-story dorms here on the right hand side in the office, you can find a factory exit key on the left hand side of the TV just here. And we learned from the community over the last week that there is a med spawn on this couch just here that can also spawn a LEDX. This van here I missed last week in my video about the USBs. There is USBs that can spawn here in front of the computers, so you want to check that out as you go past. But here in Boiler Room, there's a couple of keys that you want to look for. One being the factory exit key, a second spawn on Customs, which spawns just inside the locker here on the left hand side on the second shelf. And then just further down we have the military checkpoint key next to this dead scav next to his bag. And finally we're going to be showing you the Oli Logistic Key from one of our subscribers, Mr. Pizza Crust 99, that I met in the raid. Yeah, the Logistic Key spawns in the back of this. Yeah, yeah. It's here too.
No way. You need it?
Nah, I've already got a couple. I've found a couple with this white.
Thanks, man.
No worries at all, man. You got an Iskra, USB, fucking Logistics Key.
Wouldn't make real good videos if you stabbed me in the head now after helping me.
No, you're all good, man. And that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you picked up a few different locations as well as a few money makers along the way. If you'd like me to do a part 2 from level 15 to 25, make sure you hit that like button so I know that you guys really enjoy these videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.